the dirtiest method to seduce and control stunning women, according to Machiavelli. Here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Attraction has zero to do with being the nice guy, having a fat bank account, or looking like you stepped out of a magazine. Real attraction is born deep in the oldest part of her brain, the part that doesn't care about your resume, your manners, or how many compliments you gives. That part decides in a split second whether you're the man she has to have, or the man she scrolls past without a second thought. 500 years ago, a man named Machiavelli looked at human nature with ice-cold eyes and wrote down exactly how power, fear, and raw desire actually work. He proved that people don't move for kindness, they move for strength, mystery, and the feeling that something big is at stake. That's why the safe guy gets friend-zoned every single time, while the guy who feels like controlled danger makes her heart race and her mind spin. In this video, I'm going to hand you the 6 dirtiest, most powerful pillars ever pulled straight out of Machiavelli's playbook and updated for today. 6 simple but brutal shifts that'll make her lose sleep when you're not around, light up when you walk in, and feel an ache in her chest when she even thinks about another man replacing you. These are not cute little tricks. These are weapons that hit her primitive brain so hard she has no choice but to chase you. Stay on this video until the very last second, because once these 6 pillars click inside you, chasing women becomes something you laugh at. You become the center of gravity. She orbits without even understanding why. The first pillar is called movement, and if you get nothing else, get this, you have to become the glitch in her normal day. Right now, beautiful women are drowning in men. Men blowing up her phone, men sliding into her DMs at 2 a.m., men liking every story, men at the gym staring, men at work trying to be helpful. 99% of them move exactly the same, predictable, eager, thirsty. Her brain deletes them like background noise because the primitive part of her mind is wired to ignore anything safe and familiar. But that same ancient brain snaps to attention the second something breaks the pattern, something that feels alive, slightly dangerous, impossible to predict. That something has to be you, not by screaming or acting crazy, but by moving through the world differently than every other guy she meets. Picture a crowded bar or party. Every guy is leaning in, laughing too hard, trying to keep her attention, eyes wide like puppies, begging for a treat. Then you walk in. You don't rush toward her. You don't scan the room for approval. You move like you already owned the place. Your steps are slow, your shoulders relaxed, your face calm, almost bored. You don't fill silence with nervous chatter. You let the silence do the work. When you finally look at her, your eyes don't bounce away like every scared guy. You hold the gaze 1 second longer than feels comfortable. Then you look away first, like you already know she'll look back. That tiny shift breaks her autopilot. Her body feels it before her mind catches up. Her heart beats a little faster. Her brain lights up with one word: different. Machiavelli wrote, "Men are driven by 2 things, fear and interest." When your movement creates a tiny ripple of both, you just became the most interesting thing in her world. How do you do it in real life? Walk into any room like the music is playing only for you. Don't fill every second with words. Speak 30% less than everyone else. When you talk to her, stand a little farther away than feels normal, so she has to lean in to hear you. When she expects you to smile and chase her joke, give her a half smirk and a slow nod instead. When every guy would look away first, you hold the eye contact until she breaks. Then you release it like it never mattered. That's movement. Quiet, controlled, impossible to ignore. Her ancient brain files you under possible threat. Pay attention, and that single file is where all obsession begins. The second pillar is attitude, and this one separates the boys from the men forever. Here's the cold fact. Women don't fall for what you say. They fall for the unbreakable frame you carry. Every woman you meet will test you. She tease you, ignore your text for hours, throw little challenges, Say something spicy just to see if you flinch. It's not because she's mean, it's because her instincts are screaming. Show me you can handle chaos without losing your center. Most guys fail the test instantly. They get defensive. They explain themselves. They laugh too hard to show they're cool with it. They change their behavior to make her happy. In that moment she feels safety, and safety kills desire dead. But the man with real attitude doesn't defend, doesn't explain, doesn't even react. He lets her storm hit him and watches it crash like waves against a cliff. He stays calm, almost amused, like he's watching a child throw a tantrum. That calm under fire is the oldest signal of dominance in the animal kingdom, and women feel it in their bones. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Attitude is the quiet fear that you might walk away at any second and never look back. You build it with tiny details, voice slower and deeper than hers, never rushed, body perfectly still, no fidgeting, eyes relaxed, but locked, never darting around for approval. When she throws a test, "You're trouble," you probably say that to all the girls. "Why are you so quiet?" You don't answer the question. You smile slow, tilt your head like you're studying something fascinating, and redirect. You only say that because you're scared, you like trouble. Or you just look at her for 3 long seconds and say nothing. Silence is your throne. The less you react, the taller you stand in her mind. Her primitive brain reads calm under pressure as pure power, and power is the deepest trigger she has. The third pillar is neglect, and this one feels wrong until you see it work, then you'll never go back. Desire does not grow when you give her more attention. Desire explodes when you give her less at the exact moment she wants more. Every guy she meets is suffocating her with attention double texts, instant replies, paragraphs, heart emojis, good morning beautiful every day. Her brain marks all of that as cheap and easy, but the second you become the one man who can disappear at the peak of her interest, you flip the entire game. Machiavelli wrote, "The absent are always in the wrong, but they are always talked about." When you master strategic neglect, she talks about you when you're not even there. Here's the science. When things are going amazing, laughing, flirting, tension, thick, you feel the urge to keep it going forever. That's the exact moment you must leave. End the call first. Walk away from the date while she's still glowing. Let hours or even a full day pass before you reply when she's expecting an instant response. You're not being rude, you're creating an open loop in her brain. Dopamine was flooding her system because she was having fun with you. When you vanish at the highest point, her brain panics and doubles the dopamine trying to get that feeling back. She starts rereading old messages, checking if you viewed her story, wondering what you're doing, feeling a literal ache. That ache is addiction forming in real time. The key is timing. Never neglect when energy is low or boring. That just looks weak. Neglect only when she's leaning in, laughing, touching your arm, eyes shining. That's when absence hurts so good. She'll start chasing you without even realizing it. Double texting, sending memes, asking where you disappeared to. And just like that, the power flips. The fourth pillar is boldness, and this is where 99% of men lose everything they built. You can have perfect movement, rock-solid attitude, perfect neglect, then freeze at the moment that matters. The moment her eyes say yes but her mouth hasn't yet. The moment the air gets heavy and her body is closer than normal. Most guys feel the tension and talk it away, make a joke, look at their phone, ask for permission, like a scared little boy. Desire dies in that hesitation. Women don't want a man who waits for a written invitation. Deep down, they want the man who feels the heat and moves without apology. Machiavelli said, "Fortune is a woman, and if you want to keep her, you have to beat her and coerce her." That doesn't mean force, it means decisive action. When the moment is ripe, you take her hand, pull her in, kiss her like it was always going to happen. No asking, "No, is this okay?" In that second, just pure masculine certainty. The craziest part, She will melt for the man who moves first and apologize later if needed. But she will forget the man who waited for perfect conditions. Boldness is calibrated. You read her body if she's stiff or pulling back. You slow down. But 9 times out of 10, when the energy is there, the only thing stopping you is fear in your own head. Kill that fear and you become unforgettable. The 5th pillar is magnetic touch, the secret language that bypasses her logical brain completely. Before words ever existed, humans spoke with skin. A firm hand on the lower back said, "I lead." A soft trace down the arm said, "I want." A protective arm around her in a crowd said, "You're mine." Most guys either never touch at all scared or touch too much too soon needy. Both kill attraction. The master touches with rhythm light, then gone. Firm, then soft. Innocent places, then dangerous ones. Always watching her reaction like a sniper. You start small. Touch her forearm for half a second when you laugh. Guide her through a door with your hand, barely grazing her back. Playful push on the shoulder when she teases you. Then you remove it completely. That removal is what makes her body crave the next one. Later, when tension is high, you let your hand rest longer on her waist. Fingers tracing her spine, thumb brushing her neck while you talk close. Every touch releases oxytocin and dopamine straight into her blood. You're literally rewiring her nervous system to associate pleasure with your hands. Do it right, and months later, she still shiver, remembering how you touched her that one night. The 6th and final pillar is cold reading, making her feel. You see straight into her soul when you barely know her. Every woman is walking around with hidden thoughts, insecurities, secret desires she never says out loud. The average guy talks about himself or asks boring questions. You do the opposite. You observe the way she plays with her hair when nervous, how she looks down when she lies, the tiny pause before she answers personal questions, the jewelry she wears like armor. Then you name it calmly. You laugh loud when you're nervous, don't you? You act tough, but you're actually really sweet with people you trust. You chose that tattoo because someone once told you you couldn't. When you say the things she thought nobody noticed, her defenses collapse. She feels emotionally naked, and instead of running, she leans in because finally someone sees the real her. Do this without judgment, with calm curiosity, and she will tell you things she's never told anyone. That level of vulnerability creates a bond stronger than years of normal dating. When you put all 6 pillars together: movement, attitude, neglect, boldness, magnetic touch, and cold reading, you stop being just another guy. You become the man she rearranges her whole life to keep. You become the memory that haunts her when she's with someone safe and boring. This is not about becoming a jerk. This is about becoming a man who understands the raw machinery of desire and uses it with precision. From this day forward, you don't audition for women, you let them audition for you. You don't hope they choose you, you become the prize worth fighting for. And the craziest part is that once you master controlling desire, you master everything else. Money, respect, power, because it all runs on the exact same principles. Scarcity, tension, dominance, timing. The old you who waited, hoped, chased, and begged is dead. The new you just stepped into the room, and everyone already feels it. If this video hits you hard, and you're ready to go much deeper, my book, The Undeniable Man, Built to be Chosen, is out right now. No fluff, no feel-good nonsense, just page after page of the exact strategies that make you the man women move heaven and earth to keep, and that make other men respect you on sight. Link in the description. Grab it before the price goes up. And if this woke something up inside you, do 3 things right now. Drop a comment, heaven, just one word, so this message spreads to brothers who need it. Smash the like button so the algorithm shows it to more men. And share this video with that one friend you know is still stuck chasing. We're all leveling up together. Let's keep building men who cannot be ignored, cannot be replaced, and never, ever beg for what they deserve. See you in the next one.